Hello, you're watching my YouTube channel. I'm your host, kamranarshad. Today, I've invited a guest to my vlog, and I'm going to discuss about her life, her visions, her goals, and most importantly, her field as well. Welcome to Meeshal Qureshi with us, and thank you for joining us today. We have a dynamic individual with us who wears many hats in the professional landscape. Today, we are sitting down with Meeshal Qureshi, a seasoned professional who serves as a global employee engagement partner, tech recruiter, purpose-driven visionary, HR business partner, perception manager, public speaker, and is also pursuing a business degree. Quite an impressive portfolio. Let's dive right in. Meeshal Qureshi, your career spans a diverse range of roles. Could you give us some insight into how you navigate these varied responsibilities and what inspires you to take on such a multifaceted professional journey? Yes, start.
Yeah. So, well, that's hearing all of that introduction is a little making me sound a little old. Well, but I think I would put it in a certain way that if you enjoy what you do, it just makes everything easier and everything fun to do. So I think all of my hats which I wear, be it engagement, be it a public speaker, be it perhaps an athlete, a badminton player, whatever it is. I think it's just I'm very driven to give my 100% in whatever I'm pursuing. And most importantly, I believe in having fun while I achieve whatever I'm aiming to achieve. So I think that's the key. If you're having fun, if you're enjoying what you do.
That's really glad to hear, actually. And could you please tell us about what you have done in your life and what you are going to do in the future? Do you have any plans to do something new in your life?
Sorry, could you repeat your question, please?
Actually, I was asking about your journey. What have you done in your life? Do you have goals, and how many goals have you achieved so far?
I think as far as my personal goals are concerned, those are very sort of ongoing. I don't see myself or my goals getting stuck somewhere or, you know, I just see that for me, it's a very ongoing process, as they say, work in progress. So I am always in process. I'm always doing something. I'm always trying to get something done. I'm always trying to, do something new. So for me, it's a very ongoing process. Goals are concerned, I think
Yeah.
I am very lazy as far as my personal goals are concerned, but I do have a few running goals in my head, and I'm training towards them and I'm working towards them, and I hope that I get those done as efficiently as I take my professional goals.
That's great, man. Okay, tell me, as a global employer engagement partner, how do you foster a sense of purpose and belonging among diverse teams spread across different locations?
How do I foster engagement?
Yeah,
Purpose? Okay. So see, for engagement is very 360. It's a 360-degree spiral for me. It's extremely dynamic. You can do a lot in engagement,
mm,
and it just struck my mind. There's a teacher.
yeah,
They have at least 20% more productivity than a regular employee working in a culture which may not be as engaged or as diverse.
right.
So I think it's very important to attach a purpose to your engagement, and by that I mean how deep your engagement purpose is. How if employees are able to connect enough on a deeper level with your engagement initiatives. For example, um, I think it was last year only. We have had a collaboration with, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take names here, but we had a collaboration with the Fountain House PK. We were focusing a lot on mental health last year. So we collaborated with them. We had our volunteers from IBEX and we visited the place. We sort of engaged. Um, a purpose to the engagement, that we're doing something for people who are differently abled. So it is important to attach a purpose with any of your engagement initiatives. Whatever is closer to your heart, you should attach that purpose with your initiative in order for them, for people to take them more seriously.
Okay, that's great, ma'am. In your role as a tech recruiter, what strategies do you employ to attract and retain top talent in the competitive tech industry?
Oh, I think the tech industry is extremely competitive, and one really has to be on their toes in order to get it right. And I think the most important thing is to present a picture which is not entirely based on truth and reality, and expect people to sort of buy that. So people are, fortunately these days, the employees, the candidates, the resources, they're extremely well informed. They have their research done. They know the ins and outs about the company. They know the company profile, and if it's a referral program candidate, then the person may know a few people within your organization. So it is very critical to give them the real picture, for them to know that whatever this employer is telling me is based on truth, is based on reality. I think me being a very straight-headed person, um, if if I have not been given the correct information or even the complete information, hiding information, may come to you and confront you about things which you haven't informed them entirely during the onboarding process or the hiring process. So I think being realistic with your candidate, with your resource, is the key for me.
Okay, ma'am, can you provide an example of a successful tech recruiter? Do you know any example of this?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I missed that part of your question. So, there was a time when, back in the days, I think it was 2019 or 20, when I think the COVID hit the industry, or maybe it was before that. I can't really recall right now. So there was a time when we were really short-staffed, and we really wanted to have. There was a new clientage on board, and we really wanted some good resources ASAP. So what open houses essentially do is that you announce one day in the industry that you're going to have an open house. Anybody with certain amount of qualifications or anybody with certain amount of industry knowledge can drop by, give their interview, and they maybe get hired there and then. So it's a very short hiring process, but extremely efficient if you do it in an efficient way. So I remember we had an internal open house, and we literally had people just dropping by. We interviewed them there and then. We had our checks done, and that was the fastest hiring I ever did in my career.
Okay.
And a few of the resources are still here from that hiring. So I did get a little criticism back then that this may not be as effective, or the resource may not last, and it's very short-lived. Sure, it lasts, and I get it right. So yeah, essentially it was. I believe it was one of my most cherished professional moments.
That's great, man. That's great. Okay, being a purpose-driven visionary, how do you align your personal values with the organizational mission?
Well, my personal values are essentially, I don't know how to put it, but I'm a very workaholic person. I'm literally working all the time. I'm checking my emails all the time. So don't go by my advice on this. I will not suggest people to become a workaholic and crazy like me. But I mean, if you just stay true to your own self, if you have really want, if you really want to be the best, I think it's important to understand what your organization is doing. If I talk about IBEX, our core values are one of the core values are integrity and transparency, respect, and I think I absolutely can connect to these values. Integrity by far is one of the is a value that is closest to my heart, and I think that I take my integrity and the organization's integrity very, very seriously.
Okay, ma'am. It's been truly enlightening to hear about your journey and the wealth of experiences you bring to the table. Meeshal, Qureshi, before we conclude, could you share some advice or insight with our audience?
Advice about?
Advice about how to serve in this society. How you can perform in this society in a professional way.
Sorry, आपकी आवाज थोड़ी break
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Actually, ma'am, advice for the viewers, for the listeners, how to survive in this country or a society. How can a person be positive?
Oh, survival of the fittest, I tell you.
Exactly.
See, people can entirely judge me over here, but I am a feminist, and I think that women in this industry, be it corporate, be it any industry you're working in, they may face different set of challenges, challenges that perhaps men may not face. But I think as you're a male or a female, regardless of the gender, I think it look like. If
Okay.
I want my future to look like somebody who's been successful, somebody who's has achieved in life, personal or professional, I would want my present to act that way. So to survive, I don't think survival is the right word. You just have to be honest with your work. You just have to be honest with yourself, with people you work in, and do not be afraid of saying no. It's absolutely fine to say no. Yeah, just be brave. That's the real deal, actually.
Fantastic advice, ma'am. Fantastic advice. Thank you, Meeshal Qureshi, for sharing your time and insights with us today. And we wish you continued success in all your endeavors. And we look forward to seeing where your purpose, time, and journey takes you. Thank you, ma'am.